Now, I want to ask you about this book because I'm sure you've had to take flack from women. This book says how to have sex with 2 women a day.
Right.
Were the women outraged, about this? I'm sure dudes really took to it, but how did women feel about that?
Yeah, a lot of a lot of women were kind of upset about that. Like even I was on a lot of radio interviews and with like women hosts, and they were like really upset. Like, what are you trying to do? And how are you telling them all these guys have sex with all these girls? And the book basically How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day. It's really, that book came out of people hitting me up asking me really to write that book. So that book was really for the people who really wanted it, because that was my second book I wrote. My first book was called The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men, and then after I came out with that, I sent out an email to my email list, and I was like, what do you guys want me to write about? And it was like 95% of the guys was like, hey, I want to learn how to have sex with multiple women. So the book How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day was something that like sort of I used to do as far as like having an abundance of women that I can call whenever I wanted to like have sex or go on dates or whatever. And the book really is for guys who are at that stage in their life where they're, they want to, have sex with multiple women and deal with multiple women. But so in the book, I teach guys sort of like the right way to do it, how to do it so that, you're safe, that you protect yourself so you don't end up with STDs or you don't end up with like, unwanted kids, you know what I'm saying? Because, it's still, it's sex and you want to do it responsibly. But the reality of the situation is that there's, guys out there are going to want to, have sex with a lot of different girls. So it's like instead of, trying to ignore that fact, which, most people try to do, or to shame men and say, oh, you shouldn't be doing this, it's like, well, you're going to do this anyway, and you want to do it, so let me show you how to do it. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like the thing that I came up
bro.
with.
You know what I mean? That's a good way of breaking that down, man, because you're right about that. People are going to do it anyway, and I know it's kind of a taboo subject because, like I said, 2 women a day, what type of dogs are you always trying to train? You know what I mean? They're going to say, what are you trying to do? I'm looking for a husband, and you got people like yourself writing books like that.
Right, and it's not necessarily like you're going to do that every day, like a guy has to do it every day. But it's like the book teaches you how to have the option to make that happen if you actually wanted to make it happen. You know what I mean? So it's like that option of having different amounts of women. You understand what I'm saying?
Master the game by joining dating and life coach Mr. Locario live in New York City on Friday, May 15th at So Techie Spaces for his new seminar, Reclaim the Game. Mr. Locario has some exclusive new realistic approaches to the dating game that will help you be successful with women. Purchase your tickets at MrLocario.com. Space is extremely limited, so pick up your tickets today at MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com.